YouTubers, what is up? Hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic as always. As you can probably tell, I'm already pretty excited about today's lesson, and that's because I remember going through this stuff. I remember learning the 5-stroke roll and learning my rudiments and not knowing what to do with them. I worked really hard on them, and then I just thought, so I just do that on the kit? And I just remember thinking, okay, well, I'll never use that on the drum set, and I was wrong. There are very cool ways to use it. I'm gonna show you 3 of my favorite ways. First thing is rolling into a downbeat. So if we normally start a song on the downbeat of 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? I roll into that downbeat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. It's like Pringles. Once you start, you can't stop. You just start rolling into things and you realize, oh, okay, well, I was gonna hit this thing right on a specific beat, the downbeat of 1, the and of 2, doesn't matter, wherever. And you have that 5-stroke roll, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right into whatever you were gonna hit. All right, the second way that I love to use this is something I definitely got from watching Dave Weckl and other great fusion players, and it's a 5-stroke roll, generally from the hi-hats into a crash, but no bass drum with the crash. And this creates a really cool sensation for the listener because they're used to you rolling from the hi-hat into a crash, nailing that bass drum, making a statement. And instead of putting an exclamation point on that statement, this almost puts a question mark on that statement because they're so used to that bass drum. Without that thump that hits them in the chest, well, this is my stomach, but without that thump, then they just go like, what just happened? And then you can pay it off with something else like a crash with snare. Same thing, once you start doing that, you just want to keep, I'm not leaving that on 3. There you go, 1. OCD, but it's called click. The metronome's called click. We're moving on. It's in the description. If you need to know about my metronome with the big numbers, it's in the description. All right, so third and final way to do this. This is something that's not our traditional 5-stroke roll. Instead of right, right, left, left, right, or left, left, right, right, left, we're gonna do right, right, and then instead of left hand, we'll use kick. So right, right, kick, kick, left. You hear me do this all the time. And now with a little bit of paprika improv. 1, 2, 3. All right, guys, so that gives you 3 really cool ways to use the 5-stroke roll. And then once you mix them all together, oh my goodness, it's like pea soup from Split Pea Anderson's Off the 5. remember, I give you the blueprint, but you have to build the house. There's not just 3 ways to use this. Sit down on the kit and experiment and tinker and tweak until you find your own way. Come up with your own 5-stroke roll variation where you know, like, all right, I got a little pride in that one. I made that up. I promise you didn't make it up. The drums have been around for over 100 years, but at least you can feel like you made it up.
This is mine! Nobody else can do this! Woo!
All right, guys, so I hope you got a lot out of that. I hope you'll go practice right now. If you want more stuff just like this, check out mikeslessons.com. But until then, see you next time.